Hey everyone, today is Thursday, January 14th, and I'm Mark Dannenberg, the founder and CEO of Options Moneymaker. I also have Michael Kastner here with me. Michael heads up our live trading room every day. Michael's an integral part of the Option Moneymaker team, and he's just really a brilliant trader when it comes to selecting trades, identifying signals, and helping our clients make money. Michael, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great, Mark. Hope everyone's doing great today.
Hey, can I just start by asking you, did you happen to hold one of those three winning tickets on that $1.6 billion Powerball lottery?
No,
No.
didn't hold one of them.
I
Somebody
did.
did, though.
Yeah, well, three people did. I was not one of those, so I'm still trading. And I told my wife Lily the other day that if I had been one of those winners, I'd still be back here trading because that to me is one of the best measurements of whether or not you like what you do. I would
That's
definitely
right.
be trading because I enjoy it. I enjoy trading with you and I enjoy trading with our clients. It's a lot of fun. I thought it might be interesting to just share with people today. We've talked in the past about how we trade indexes, and I thought I'd share a little bit more detail about those indexes. Now, we trade three indexes. I'm not talking about the ETFs. We do some amount of trading on those also, but the core trading that we do in our live trading room is on the NASDAQ 100, the S&P 500, and the Russell 2000. Those are the indexes. Those are not futures contracts. Those are not the ETFs that track the performance of those indexes. And one of the reasons I love trading the indexes, Michael, is because they always cycle. No matter how many times I hear somebody say, this market just won't quit. It either won't quit going down or it won't quit going up. I always have to argue with them and say, but you got to look at detail. You got to look at shorter time frames on those indexes, and you'll start to understand that they move in cycles. They move up, they move down, they cycle up, they cycle down, and they always offer us opportunities to get into trades and grab a relatively quick profit. We saw a few signals today. You saw the same signals I did, Michael, and we didn't take all those signals. But that's okay. You don't have to take every single signal you see, but we did take a couple today, and we're able to lock in and guarantee ourselves profits. So the cycles, when you look at a chart, are down cycles, up cycles, and each of these movements, each of these trending movements are opportunities for us to get into a new trade. And then without doing any day trading in the live trading room, we actually have a strategy where we can lock in a profit. So, Michael, we have good days and bad days. What's your definition of a bad day in the live trading room?
Well, when we don't when we don't make any money.
Yeah, but I really want you to emphasize that
I'm just saying.
because because having a bad day in our live trading room means we just didn't make any money, right?
Right. That's right.
We- And I want to be very clear, folks. It's rare that we have a losing day. We have some days that we don't make money, and we do have some losing positions, but it's rare if we have a losing day.
Very, very rare.
Now, I want to actually be full disclosure here and say that in the last 30 trading days, we've had two losing days. We've had two losing days. However, both of those losing days had greater profits the day before that were all part of managing a position. So essentially, we didn't have a loss on those trades. What we do is we identify an entry point, we get into a trade, and if that trade starts working against us, we manage that trade. We monitor that position, we manage and adjust that trade. It is our objective to nurture that across the finish line to a positive outcome. So, Michael, did you pay attention to the SPX trade that we closed out of today? That 1925 call?
Oh yes, I did. That was wonderful. That was
That's
a
a
good trade, right?
Yeah, that's a perfect example. We were actually behind on that trade, yesterday, but because of the way we had structured the trade and because of the way we had managed and adjusted the trade, we were able to take profits yesterday, and then we took a loss today that on the other part of the trade, that when we net the two together, we were net positive on the trade. So it was still an overall positive trade. And it was an opportunity that was offered to us strictly because of the way the indexes cycle. They cycle up and they cycle down.
Yeah, Mark, as you're speaking, I'm looking at my chart and I just uh, zoomed out where I could see like the last 3 or 4 days. And I get so caught up in it, Mark, because I look at such a short time period and I'm looking at a daily chart and it looks like it's flatlining or whatever. But boy, when you really zoom in on it and you can just see the huge moves down, then the back up, and just like your chart shows right there,
Mm-hmm.
it shows. I mean, that's why we build time into our positions, and we just wait for the cycles to and our signals, of course, but our signals create the cycles. I mean, that's what we look for. We look for trending prices, what we try to look for.
Yeah, so I have a question for you, and it comes up periodically in our live trading room, especially from people who have just joined us. And that's
Well, what if
this.
I don't know the answer? What's that gonna? I mean, am I gonna be in
Well,
options moneymaker jail the rest of the night or something? I'm a little nervous about this question, but
well,
go ahead anyway.
having known you for years, Michael, I will only ask you questions that I feel highly confident you can actually answer.
Thank you. That
And the,
makes me rest easy tonight.
and
All
the
right, go ahead.
question is this: how confident are you in the signals that we trade?
As bad as confident as the sun's gonna come up in the morning.
You're that confident.
Yes, 100%. 100%. If you keep all the noise away from you, like we talked in the trading room today, keep the news away from you, the noise, the phone calls, you focus on that chart, and that's all you have to focus on. It's so simple. It's just really simple. You can see it plain as day, but you can get distracted, and that's easy to do if you
Well,
let people distract you.
absolutely. And the news and the noise is just nothing more than a distraction. I don't think most people realize the news is not going to provide information to them that they can trade on. The news is only reporting what's already happened, and that's not tradable, actionable information. So it was interesting. We got into a discussion today in the live trading room. People were talking about how since they've been in our live trading room and they understand the importance of patience and discipline with your trading and following the signals, they've all started to shut off the news. They've started to shut down financial media, and they don't pay attention to it during trading. And they have a much more peaceful trading experience.
That's right. And also, Mark, in the live trading room, having other people in the room with us as we can chat with them, it makes it so much easier for us to stay on task. That because we know what our goal is, and we're not influenced with all this foolish talk of people running across the TV screen beating stuff and saying it's going to do this, going to do that. Because subconsciously, if you're by yourself and you see a signal come on, and I promise you, I do. Maybe I'm just the crazy one here, but my mind will race back to that guy running across the TV saying that we're going to go lower, but my chart says we're going to go higher. Now, what do I trust? Well, I trust my chart, but if I've got all that noise on, then that causes me to pause, and that pause could cost me 3 or 4 points in the NDX trade. It's happened to me many times.
It's almost like you have to put blinders on and immerse yourself in
That's right.
your own signals and trust your own signals. But the other thing I think people need to understand is we're not just following a set of signals and then trading those and then hoping it all works out. We follow it up with management of the position. We work the position until we are out of that position. And most of the time we're out of the position for a profit. But sometimes we have a position that we get into and the market shifts and turns against us. We don't just abandon that position. And by the way, one of the most common tools used by options traders is a stop loss, a protective stop. Well, to me, a protective stop is nothing more than a guarantee of a loss. And if we had protective stops in play, we would have a lot of losing trades that turn into winning trades. And the way they turn into winning trades is we just manage that trade very actively. We manage it actively. And the people in the live trading room are learning the benefit of doing that. So I would almost say we do non-traditional trading because we just don't follow the mainstream. We're trading in a way that allows us to make money on a regular basis. So one of the things that I thought would be interesting before we close here is how do we trade? How well do we trade? And this isn't just, folks, about us saying, "Hey, look at what we're doing. You know, we've done a great job." This is about a team of people at Options Moneymaker who have years and years of experience trading. I've been trading for over 30 years. Michael, you've been trading 20 years or so. And it's
Well,
about,
I'm sorry, Mark. My interruption is my forte. Anyway, I was thinking about that today. I was thinking that same thing today. I was trading when I was in my 21 to 22 range. So you do the math, that's 30 something years I've been trading. So, because I was trading at our business when we had a business,
hmm,
and I thought about that today. So I'm glad you brought that up because I really wanted to correct you on it
you,
on the live radio here.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
I always appreciate the chastising and the correction. I do love that.
I'm done. You can go ahead.
So you've made a lot of mistakes over those 30 years, right?
Oh my goodness gracious, are you kidding me? Tons.
Yeah, well, so have I. And what those mistakes have done is it's brought us back to where we are today, where together and along with our other team members, we are helping clients avoid those same mistakes. Now, I don't know about you, Michael, but I learned through hard knocks. I learned through
No,
trial and error, and that wasn't always fun. And so what we're doing today is we're trying to help people learn without having to experience all of those same mistakes that we made. Anyway, bottom line for me is we have a lot of fun doing it because
yes.
when you have something that you've learned to do over a number of years, and there are a lot of other people that want to learn how to do it. For me, I come from a family of educators. There's nothing more satisfying than turning around and teaching someone else how to do it and watching them succeed. And that's what we have a lot of fun with. So our average right now, we're trading one contract trades on these indexes, and we have a daily profit average of just over $1,700. So $1,700 a day, if you take $1,700 a day, if you continue to average that over a 20-day period, you can make 20 trading days, $34,000 a month. And if you did that successfully for 12 months, you're talking about a $400,000 a year income. We're not putting a tremendous amount of risk in play. We recycle the same capital over and over, and we just continue to accumulate profits against that same capital. So it sounds to the outsider like it's pretty aggressive and risky and speculative because the returns are so great against the capital put at risk, but it's not really. I mean, Michael, I know you and I both, we sleep peacefully at night because we just don't have a lot of capital at risk,
Oh no,
but we're generating decent returns against that capital.
that's right. And Mark, some have asked about the Qs and about the Spider. I know our main is our index and our SPX, but some of our clients, their accounts are not what they need to probably be to do that with. So I've been trading the Qs in a couple accounts that I have are real small balances. And like today, I mean, I made a trade today. $571 was my risk, and close it out for a $76 profit. Well, that don't sound like a lot, but it's 13%. So you do that a couple three times a week or whatever, and it adds up in the end. So very very good strategy.
Well, the
Very good.
numbers you just cited could possibly earn somebody $18,000 a year.
That's right.
from that $571 of risk. So
That's right.
the point here is, if you have an interest in learning how to trade options, dig deep into the source of your learning. Dig deep and understand whether or not it's just kind of a regurgitation of the same information that's been presented before, or is there something that you could learn that would be unique, that would actually cut through all of the minutia and filter out all of the noise and all the static that doesn't really help you make money. We'd love to help you if it makes sense for you. We're Options Moneymaker. Check us out at ommprofitbuilder.com. Get in touch with us, and we'd be happy to invite you into our live trading room for a few days and just see what we do. I think you'd be quite interested if trading is something that you're interested in doing. So again, ommprofitbuilders.com. I'm Mark Dannenberg, and we will be back again tomorrow. Michael Kastner, thank you very much for being here, and always thank you for the guidance that you provide in our live trading room.
Oh, my pleasure. Have a good evening.